What up, YouTube? It's your boy. I'm back with another video. Today's topic is about with great power comes great responsibility, right? And I see myself as somebody who wants to be as big as a lot of different people that I see, you know? Like, I want to be as big as, like, the top guys on YouTube, like, people like Jordan Peterson, a lot of people that give good advice about stuff like that, and things like people like Andrew Tate, you know, whether you hate him or not, like, he gets a lot of publicity, and he's just overall a great guy in my eyes. And just, you know, he has to take everything, you know, like everything that comes at him, like every fucking thing, you know, whether it's good or bad. Most of it is now bad since he's in jail and shit, and everybody's putting hate on him. They're doing this, doing that, and it's just, you know, it's not good. Even for people like Jordan Peterson, who's like a college professor for, like, I think he was a college professor for like 20 years, and, you know, he knows a lot about stuff. I don't know exactly what he is, all of that stuff, but, you know, he has a lot of great advice. And, you know, whether people hate his opinions, you know, and they're not even like, the thing with him is like, his opinions aren't even like so hurtful, like, you know, like Andrew Tate, he will tell you, like, you're a fat fuck, you're this, that, and I understand, because I can take that, and a lot of people can't. That's why they hate him. They're like, oh, he's called me a fat fuck, and, like, you know, they get sorry and feel bad for themselves, like bitches. But I don't care about that. But, like, with Jordan Peterson, he says it in the most nice, calm, quietful way that you should not really be fucking hating this man for, and especially how he goes and tackles to whatever he thinks about. He goes in depth into, like, his reasoning to why he makes his conclusions about whatever happens, right? So with great, like, and people still hate this guy, like, hate him with all their might, like, their guts. And it's a lot of liberal people, to be real with you, like, a lot of people who just, you know, being fat is okay, and being super skinny is okay, and just being obese and all of that, like, to love yourself. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, I don't even like hearing that shit. But, you know, like people like him, he has great power, and it comes with great responsibility. Like, with him, I see a lot of interviews with Jordan Peterson where he always says, I have to watch what I say. I have to really maneuver around the tactics that these reporters are coming for, because in every interview, right, like somebody like Alex Jones, right, I'm sorry to bring all these people up, but, like, if you want to do your research on them, like, Alex Jones has said something about the Sandy Hook kids, that it being fake or something like that. And, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. Whatever you said in the past, whatever you say in the present, whatever you say in the future is going to affect every situation that happens within you. And with him, he gets interviewed by every person, like, just whatever. He can't have not one interview without hearing that Sandy Hook thing, you know. And I don't know too much about it, but I know that he apologized, like, so many times, and he's being sued for billions of dollars, and he doesn't even have $1 billion and all types of things. But this all happens because it comes down to having, with your great power, you have to really have great responsibility. You got to watch what you say. You got to watch your every move, watch your actions. Just, you know, you're somebody that people look up to, people you see on the news, or they see you on YouTube, or just something, you get millions and millions of views. You have to watch that. You know, like somebody like Ben Shapiro too. He speaks his mind, but he speaks it very correctly and gives a good reasoning to why he thinks like that, or whatever his reasoning is. He gives a good reason for it. You feel me? Like, he gives his good explanation, and I feel like that's something you should respect. Like, if somebody told me they hate all, like, Spanish people or something like that, and I heard the person out and they say, well, a group of Spanish people came and killed my whole family and everything like that, and it's still in my eyes, it's still not okay to hate every Spanish person. But I see his reasoning. I see the other side of the story, you know. A lot of people would just hear that statement and be like, oh my God, you're racist, you're prejudiced, you're this, that. I would like to hear what he is, you know, what his reasoning is. And then I'll make my conclusion, right? Whether you want to hate me or not, I'll be like, I understand that. I truly do, because if that happens to me, I would probably want to stay away from a certain type of person too, you know, especially the way they carry themselves, how they move, depending on what it is, right? And with that, you could even label me as something like that if I agreed with something like that. I wouldn't agree with that, though, because, you know, that's like saying every black guy is bad, or every Spanish dude is bad, or just every white guy is bad. But at least they have a reason. A lot of people just hate my color or my Spanish people or just even black people or white people just because they're color and just who they are. Now that's something I can't agree on. That's something that's very wrong in my eyes. You know, that's something that's a little bit insane to me. But, you know, even though I still look into the other side of the argument where they're like, you know, like if there's a group of racist white people and they're just like, you know, they're from the fucking 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s and shit like that. Racism was a thing. Racism, being segregated was a thing. Being away from the black people, being away from the Spanish or colored people was a thing. So you have to kind of understand both sides of the story, whether you like to or not. You can't just think off a straight emotion like, oh, there's no way you said that about Mexican people or Spanish people or black people. Like, don't be a bitch. Like, really understand what it is. And it's not like you have to be around this person. You know, you understand the other side of the story, and you make your decision from there, from hearing both sides. That's how a debate goes. And if you want to challenge your beliefs of what you think and shit like that, you know, I watch a lot of debates now. So it's like, now I see a lot of people just come with their emotions. A lot of feminist things too, like a lot of feminism, a lot of things that just come with emotions. Like, let's think logically and just debate both sides, like really hear them out. So, you know, like, I was rambling a little bit, but like, with great power comes that responsibility of always having to watch your every move. Like with me, I know I'm gonna be somebody with great power. Like I envision it. Like I envision myself. I don't see myself not having, you know, fame. I'm not gonna lie. I don't see myself not being known in this world. Me not making a change in my eyes that is good for people. I don't see that. I mean, I always see that. I don't see me not doing that. You feel me? Like, I don't see myself not being somebody who's gonna be well known and well respected throughout mankind or something. You know, like I want my name to live for years on after I die. You know, I want to make sure my whole family, upon my other family, like my sister's kids, my kids are fine, you know, but financially and shit like that. That's what I want to do. I want to, you know, they'll carry my last name and keep it going. You feel me? Like that's what I like to do. So I know I'm gonna have great power. I want to I don't know how much power I'm gonna have, but I want to have like power to influence people, like really have the thing on people. Like, you know, I watch this dude named Hamza on YouTube. You can search him up. I watch a lot of the same things that, you know, a lot of our topics are kind of the same. Like, I remember like 3 days in a row, like I made the video before him, and then like the same video like the day after I wake up, because I watch all of his videos basically the same topic. I'm like, oh shit, so me and him think alike. Like, I'm not saying he's copying me, obviously not. He doesn't even know I probably exist. But it's like, yo, like, what the fuck? Like, we kind of think alike, you know, and shit like that. And the things that he likes to do is the things that I like to do. So it's like, you know, you feel me? Like, and him having a lot of power now, he's like, he has 1.5 million or 1.6 million on YouTube, and he's growing so fast. He's almost at 2 million. It makes me want to strive and go harder. And, you know, a lot of things that he says now has to be like, you know, watched. You know, he has to, you know, really take care of what he says, his actions, every move. And that's what almost anybody who has the great power, you feel me? Like, and he changed people's lives. He changed my life of you know, and that's why he's like one of my favorite YouTubers. He changed my life for the better, where, you know, a lot of people on YouTube, you know, I remember as a kid I wanted to be like a YouTuber for fucking gaming and shit, and that gaming shit's out the way. Like, that shit doesn't even, like, I wouldn't even want to do that right now, you feel me? Like, oh yeah, like, that's, you know, when you have great power like that, like the Andrew Tates, whatever, you know, I seen videos of what Andrew Tate used to say, and that obviously a lot of them were jokes that a lot of people just took out of hand and out of character, and try to mix them up into clips and try to make them look bad. And if you know it's a joke, you know it's a joke. But some people, I guess, didn't know it's a joke, and they take it to heart. Oh, he said this about this, he said this about that. So even from the past, it's gonna get brought up. Things from the past are gonna get brought up. So I have to watch. You know, as of right now, I'm not in that position of power, but I have to watch a lot of my moves that I do, a lot of my actions, how I talk, how I walk, how I react to things. And it could be a little stressful, even just for me, because I am not in that position of power, but I am a king in my own eyes. Like, I am a king. I maneuver like a king. I move like a king. So I have to watch my every move. Like, among me, it's just with kings, they got the nobles and all the other people, and people who I see worthy can be on my side. You feel me? And I'm a king, and I have to maneuver, and I can't let certain things slide, and I can't do things like, you know, I have to be firm, it's like, okay, it's a little stressful, but this is what the position that I signed up for. In my own mind, this is the position that I signed up for. I want to inspire people and do a lot of things, but in my own different way that I feel as if it's unique. It feels as if I'm very different from a lot of different people, you know, like a lot of other people who don't really think like me, you know. And I could say that because I'm in the outside world like every single day, and I just, you know, I don't really meet people that are like almost on the same things that I do. Not saying that I'm stopping every guy or girl, talking to them and like asking them their motives and their lives and shit, but it's like from the certain people that I do meet, it's just like the complete opposite almost. So, you know, stay yourself, stay 300, and whatever you do in life, trust me, I believe in you, bro.